They said, work hard and you'll succeed. So you did. You studied. You applied. You sacrificed sleep, weekends, time with friends, all for this so-called formula of success. And yet, here you are, exhausted, confused, staring at your screen wondering, why am I not there yet? Here's the truth. You were never given the real blueprint for success because it was never designed to be handed to you. It was designed to be discovered. And that journey, it doesn't begin with chasing money. It begins with unlearning the lies that keep you broke. Let's rewind for a moment. Remember when you were a kid and they asked you what you wanted to be when you grew up? You said something bold: astronaut, athlete, millionaire, superhero.
And they smiled.
Then quickly told you to be realistic. That was the first brick in the mental prison they built around you. From the age of 5, you were groomed to be average. You were handed a one-size-fits-all formula. Get good grades, go to college, get a stable job, work for 40 years, retire on what's left. But let me ask you something. When was the last time you saw someone become wildly successful by following that script? Exactly. Because that system was never meant to create leaders. It was built to create employees. Factories needed workers. Governments needed taxpayers. Corporations needed consumers. You were taught to memorize, not to think, to obey, not to question, to survive, not to thrive. And success? Real, unapologetic, life-changing success? That wasn't part of the plan. Because the moment you stop depending on the system, you stop feeding it. Let's pause for a moment. Quick quiz, and don't worry, it's only one question. Who taught you how to build wealth? Was it your math teacher? Your parents? Your college professor drowning in student loans? Did anyone ever pull you aside and say, hey, here's how to use money as a tool. Here's how to master mindset. Here's how to invest, sell, build, lead, scale, and automate? No? Exactly. The system didn't forget to teach you success. It refused to. Because if everyone knew how to win, who would be left to lose? Now here's where it gets real. Most people think the enemy of success is external. Not enough time, not enough money, tough economy, tough childhood. But the real enemy? It's your conditioning. You've been taught to fear failure like it's a disease, to fear judgment, to fear standing out. But let me ask you something dangerous. What if failure is the only way forward? Look at anyone who's made it big. They didn't avoid failure. They embraced it. Over and over and over again. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the gateway to it. And judgment? You're already being judged by people less brave than you who are terrified you might actually make it. And fear of standing out? If you're not willing to be seen as different, you'll never be seen as legendary. Let me introduce you to someone you know. You, 10 years from now. Now imagine they walk into the room. Would they thank you for everything you're doing right now? Would they shake your hand with pride? Or stare at you with disappointment because you played it safe? The future version of you is waiting. Not for more motivation, not for a miracle, but for a decision. To stop hiding, to stop shrinking, to stop negotiating with your own potential. Because here's the most brutal truth. No one is coming to save you. Your success is your responsibility, and your excuses are no longer valid. But wait, what if I told you there's one mindset shift that flips everything? One belief that once installed, rewires your entire path to success. We're almost there. Ready? Here it is. Success is not a result. Success is an identity. Read that again. You don't chase success. You become it. It's not something you achieve. It's something you decide and embody before the results ever show up. Most people say, I'll be confident once I'm successful. I'll be disciplined once I have the business. I'll be happy once I have the money. No, that's backwards. Confidence comes before the win. Discipline builds before the business scales. Happiness is fuel, not a reward. You must think like the winner before you've won. Act like the millionaire before you see the million. Show up as the version of you that already has what you want. Not tomorrow, not when it's easy, now. And if you're still thinking, well, I don't feel like that person yet, let me ask you something wild. Do you think a lion feels like hunting every day? Does a boxer feel like training every morning? No. But they show up anyway, because their identity demands it. And once you adopt the identity of a winner, the actions follow, the habits follow, the results chase you. You're not waiting for success. Success is waiting for you to become the person who can hold it. Let me leave you with this. Every billionaire, every top performer, every legend you admire, they were once broke, once doubted, once laughed at, once scared, but they chose belief over comfort, discipline over distraction, conviction over convenience. So the next time you feel fear creeping in, let it be a reminder. You're getting close. Because fear only shows up when you're on the edge of something powerful. If this message sparked something in you, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, comment below with the identity you're stepping into today, and subscribe to Mind and Fire because here, we don't just chase success, we build it, we own it, we live it. No fluff, no filters, just fire. So go, start becoming the person they never expected, and build the life they'll never stop talking about.